Snow Canyon Stitcher. Today is January the 21st. I'm back 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, a couple days, but back to, because I said I would be back in 2 weeks and I need to do my whip parade, so there's not that many things, and I'm gonna probably be turning the video on and off in between sharing my projects, because where's the camera? Right here. Because I haven't ironed them all, and so if I run across one that's kind of messed up, I'm gonna need to stop the video and go press it real quick. So yeah, so what have I been doing this past couple of weeks? I've done a lot of sewing and got my hair cut, and she cut it a little bit shorter than I wanted, and I can't do anything with it, but it needed it. So, and I made an appointment this time to go back in 8 weeks. I always wait so long. I think it'd been a year since I got my hair cut, and it really needed it. My oldest daughter had her 37th birthday this past week. My husband and I went to Cedar City because I needed to get my retired veterans spouse identification card updated. And usually when I go to Cedar City, I like to stop in at a quilt shop called Steppin' Up. And I didn't realize it, but they've closed down. So they carried cross stitch floss and a little bit of linen and some cross stitch patterns, but they're no longer there. So yeah, now in order to go to a local LNS, I would need to go to Vegas, and that's about a 2-hour drive there and a 2-hour drive back. So and then yesterday, let's see, today's Tuesday, yesterday my husband went back to work. So my holiday vacation is officially over. He went back to work in California yesterday. That's about it. That's the last couple of weeks. Probably there's more stuff there, I'm just not remembering it. I did bring my calendar, and still haven't put any stickers in it. And it looks like I'm a few days behind updating it on what I've been stitching on, but I know what I've been stitching on for since Friday anyway, so that'll be easy to catch that up. I don't have any new starts. I would like to have a new start. Always enjoy a new start. So yeah, that's about it for the intro. So I'll go ahead and get started sharing my whips. I hope everybody's doing great. I want to welcome back my regular subscribers. I noticed that several of you guys had left comments on my previous video, and I want to welcome anybody new to my channel. It's a channel about cross stitch. I try to keep it only cross stitch, but I do other things. I do knitting and quilting and stuff like that, so every now and then I might throw something like that in there just to show some photos. But other than that, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys very much. I don't think I wished everybody a happy new year in my previous videos, so happy new year. Thank you everybody for wishing me a happy new year, which made me think about whether I needed to say that in my video. So happy new year to everybody. I think 2025 got here really fast. Seems like the older I get, the quicker the years go by, but maybe it's because I'm just staying busy, so that's a good thing. And thank you for all the congratulations on my new grandson, which I got to spend quite a bit of time with him the last couple of weeks, so I'm having fun, loving it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on, he's doing good too, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started sharing my my whips, and we'll go from there. So I just need to calm down, just calm down. Doing videos makes me nervous. makes me really nervous. I've thought several times, like, maybe I should make a script and I'll follow a script, but I would probably get lost in reading the script. And anyway, I need to learn how to just be myself on camera. So the first one, and this one I've actually been neglecting this one for a little over a year now. And actually I was gonna look and see when I started this one. This is Bloom and Bouquet by Jeanette Douglas. And this has all silks, called for silks. I started this on, oh my gosh, February 25th of 2023. But this is a photo of it. And I just love these. And there's several of these, maybe even more, that she designed that I would love to do these all. So I actually was, this week, I had been working on, I'll share it next, but I had been working on one, and I had gotten to a point where I was like, you know, I'm kind of tired of working on this one. So I was scanning through my basket and I was like, you know what, I haven't worked on this in a while. So I picked it up and I started working on it. And I don't think I have a photo. I want to get in the habit where I take a photo of it when right before I start working on it, so we have a before and after picture. But I did manage to get quite a bit done on it. I finished the border, so I think there was about like half of the border that I hadn't done, and I think it was on this side. So I finished the border, which is basically it's kind of like a, let's see what she calls it. Oh, I think it's called she calls it a satin stitch in a V shape. And so, let's see, it was really fun. I actually had to put it in a hoop because I wanted to make sure that I got it right, because I'm stitching this on, oh, it's 36 count. So I wanted to make sure that I got the right hole with that satin stitch. And then I started, after I got the satin stitched it, I started back on the border, and I think I stitched these 4 flowers, which it's a really easy border, super easy border. And that's where I'm at on that one. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and work on it. It's just about finished. So I should really just go ahead and knock it out, because all that's left is the blue flowers up top and then that top border, and I will be done with it. And I was looking at it, I think it was this morning, and I think this will fit in an 8x10 frame. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm just gonna pick out a really pretty frame, probably at Michael's, for it. It'll be easy to fully finish. And I'm gonna start working on that again today. I'll continue to work on it. For the floss, I had bought the kit. I had bought the kit, which you just get enough of the different Gloriana threads. They're all Gloriana, tomato. And so far so good. There is one needlepoint silk, and I don't even think I've used that yet. Doesn't look like I've even used it, but so far so good. I've had enough to get as far as I've gotten. I did at one point, probably in 2024, I went and I just purchased some more of the thread because I was getting scared that I might run out. So I bought this soft green. Is that the name of it? Soft green. That's the name of it. It's a Gloriana silk. And there was a couple other ones actually that I purchased. 3. I purchased another mocha, which is really pretty. I love that. I remember thinking I'll just, you know, every time I place an order, I will just grab a couple of the threads that's called for on this Olive Grove. But I haven't had to use them. And this one is Canary. This is such a pretty yellow. I love this. So those are housed in my bag, and but I haven't had to use them yet. So far I've done good. So I will keep you updated on that. And if I do finish it, I will share it on Instagram. Okay, let's try and organize myself here a little bit so I don't make a big mess. This is a project bag I made with the baskets. Yeah. I've been playing with, I had gotten a couple of quilt books of Kim Dill's for Christmas a couple years back. And I like to just look through there and stitch together some squares that are in there just to see what it's like. So I had stitched these squares. It's got cat fur on it. We have a Mancoon, and I swear his fur gets everywhere, no matter how hard I try to keep up with it. But I love them. They turned out really good. And I decided, well, I didn't want to make the whole quilt, so I was like, I'll just make me a project bag. So what I have in here. No, I don't have my, I started Strawberry Fields again, but I don't have the project in here. I'll have to find what I did with the project. So I restarted it. I've already done it once. I've already stitched it once. I think it's hanging in my stitchy room, my needlepoint room. If it is, I will take a photo of it and share it here. I already stitched it once, but I want to stitch it again. And I chose a larger fabric, whole fabric to stitch it on, so it would be bigger. And so, yeah. So which one is this? Oh, this one is one that I started. And it's in the book A Heart Remembers. And I am stitching one for my mom. She passed away 22. And I'm sorry, hold on, it's in here somewhere. This book has so many patterns in it. Really, really cute patterns. Oh, like this one. Super cute. Isn't that adorable? Sorry, there's a little bit of a glare on there. There we go. That's super cute. I should do that for Valentine's Day. To my dear friend. I mean, you could stitch whatever you wanted to on there, but all of that is stitching. All those designs on there. How did I do that so it wasn't a glare on there? I don't remember how I did it. There, maybe you can see, but all of this is stitching around there, and then you have the centerpiece. I think I'm going to do that. That is super cute. It looks like a stamp. But there's a lot of cute patterns, and oh, here's the one I'm doing. It's A Heart Remembers. I'm doing this one. And how can I get that glare? Is it that one? No, I'm gonna end up bumping the camera, so. There we go. Super beautiful pattern. I know a lot of people are stitching this one. What I decided to do, my mom, she, since it has roses in it, my mom enjoyed yellow roses. That was her favorite. And so I decided to convert all the red colors to yellow. And I haven't stitched on any of it. I haven't stitched on it since I shared it the last time. but it's turning out really pretty. I really should just finish it up because this is a fast pattern. That border is really easy. It's just gorgeous. Let me see if I wrote down what I'm stitching it on, because it looks like a Bestitch Me linen. Pretty sure it is. Hopefully I wrote it down. Heart remembers. It's 36 count. Yeah, I didn't write down the color, but I'm almost sure it's a Bestitch Me linen. Since it's 36 count. You know, I just wanna shout out her Bestitch Me, the linens that she colors. She does such a beautiful, beautiful job. I had signed up with her her cross stitch linen club, and I got one every month, a different color. I wish I'd have brought them down, but you know, it's really, really good linen. I enjoy stitching on it, and fabulous colors, absolutely fabulous colors. I don't know if she's taking any right now, but I just wanted to shout her out. I really love her linen. So I'm thinking about going back and hopefully maybe she has a 28 count, no, maybe I'll do a 32, 28, 32, or I fight back and forth between those two because I think they're pretty much my favorite, but I'm thinking about going back and doing her club again if she's offering it. I need to go check. But here are the colors. It's just DMC that I switched to. I had gone to Joann's and just bought a whole bunch of different colored yellows. So that's why I have all these. And then I just picked out, so far, I picked out these to go with it. And I really should just get back to that. Get it done. I have a frame for it already. A really cute little light square frame that I found at the thrift store. Let's see what else is in here. Look at this one, Wildflower Guide. That's a really cute one. And I was sitting here thinking, oh, I want a new start, and I've got this book with all these gorgeous samplers in here. I'm gonna definitely do the heart. Here's another one. Forget Me Not. Look at this. Forget Me Not. These are super cute. You know what? I'm going to choose one of these and stitch it. Oh, here we go. You can see, oh, there's one with the house on it, on the front cover. So that's in a Heart Remembers book by Blackbird Design. And this is several patterns that have been stitched and sewn together. And that's, all these patterns are in there too. Super, super fast, super easy pattern. Okay, so this is my next one. This one, you guys, this was my first Hands Across the Sea, Hands Across the Sea sampler. And oh no, this is I have Isabella Infidel, and I've got her in a bag and the fabric, but I haven't started on her yet. Where's the other one? I have them in the same bag, cross stitch bag that I made. This is one that I had in my shop a couple of years ago, and they're a little bit small, so I'm thinking I'm gonna make some new bags for these girls samplers. And I had made a floss keeper for this, for my silks, because there's quite a few of them, and I had shared it in a video, and while in theory it seemed like a good idea, my silks ended up getting really messed up. And so I took them out of that keeper. If you guys remember, I shared it, that I had made a special keeper, and I just put them on these little plastic thingy-majiggies that my son 3D printed for me. And I love the way they sound. It's so cool. But I don't suggest putting your silks on these, but only because I think the bags help protect them. But since I'd already, I need to get some more bags actually. That's something I need to get at Joann's so I can put them back in bags. Because I don't like them being out on a floss keep like that. So what am I talking about? Anton Uffendale. This was my very first Hands Across the Sea sampler. And I started this in, it's probably towards the front of my book. I need to get another one of these. I actually have it in my card on 123 to get another one. Where are you, Anne? I want to see when I started it. June the 21st in 2021. So I stitched on it and I stitched on it, and I mean I've gotten, I'm nearing a finish. I've worked on it. Let's see, how many days did I work on it in this past 2 weeks? I am just, my hands are dry. I need to put some lotion on my hands because my silks are sticking to my hands. I worked on her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in the last 2 weeks. So my floss, I just put my floss up there because I was doing color changes quite a lot when I was finishing up this tree over here. So I finished this tree, and I did the basket, and I finished this here, and then I stitched this flower, and this flower is 1/1, and this is 40 count. And you know, you look at it and you think, oh, I'll knock that out in no time because it's small, right? But that's deceiving. It took me an entire day to stitch one. And I think I stitched this part in one day, and I had to come back the next day and stitch this part. So I love stitching 1/1. It's very therapeutic. And if you take your time and put it on a frame, it's quite enjoyable. I can't stitch, this is 40 count. I can't stitch 1/1 on 40 count by hand. I like to stitch in hand, but yeah, Anton has been, so here's the thing. Just before I did my previous floss tube, I'd said, you know what, I'm just gonna scrap it because I cut my linen to small. If you can see how much room I have on the edge. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna scrap it. I can take parts of it, make a pillow out of it or something, like the bottom part. So sorry, I didn't show you the whole thing, but this is how far I am, right? So all I have left is the top part, finish filling in. So there's more 1/1 flowers on this side, so it's just mirror. So whatever you see on the left side will be on the right. So all I have to do is finish up the top, and that center part is words. Here, I'll show you what I do with the pattern. Here it is. And it's done. And so I literally had taken everything out. Luckily I'd kept everything in the project bag, the flosses and everything, but I had scrapped it. I had folded it up and put it into my linen, and I was just going to buy a new piece of linen because whatever I stitch and tongue on, I have to use the same fabric for the Isabella. And so I had decided, God, I got so frustrated that I had cut my fabric so narrow that I was just going to scrap it, buy a new piece of linen, and start over. So I got to thinking about it after that. I sat on it for about probably 3 weeks. I was like, you know, I'm not going to restart it. I'm going to finish it. I started it and I'm going to finish it. And I will figure out how to frame it with that small piece of linen. So I started on again. Anyway, that was a long story. Sorry. But yeah, I picked her up and I've worked on her quite a bit. I'm going to get her done. I'm going to finish her. I mean, I started her in 2021. It's ridiculous. But I really enjoy stitching on her. And she's going to be beautiful. She is going to be beautiful. And then I'll be able to finish kitting up this one. I've already got the linen, so this is the linen. And I think it's, what am I stitching this on? Cafe a lot. And that wasn't, I think that was the deciding factor to get it out and just finish it. Oh, wait a minute, it says 40 count platinum. Is that the same linen? Sorry. It looks like the same linen, but maybe it isn't. Anyway, I had purchased a Cafe a lot from the Cross Stitch Nook on Etsy. So when I first started cross stitching, the Cross Stitch Nook and what was the other shop on Etsy is where I purchased my first linen. That was another shop that I shopped at. Anyway, they didn't have it anymore. They didn't have it in their shop. So I was like, okay. I'll just go ahead and stitch it, finish it. So, but this says platinum, so now I'm kind of worried. Although they look the same. One's a little darker than the other. What I need to do is do a Google. I need to look through my linen and see if I have the other half of that Cafe a lot. But anyway, I will start her. I will kit her up. And I'll start her after I finish Anton. Because I already know where I want to put them. And I feel like I've been talking a long time on that one. So let's move along. The next one is, here's one that I worked diligently on. Good Deeds by Brenda Gervais. I started this one, it wasn't too long ago. I think I started this like in November. Probably didn't write it down. It's not good, Amy. Yeah, I don't think I wrote it down. Sorry. But it was like in November. Maybe October. And this is how far. Wait a minute. No. No. Where is it? Oh my gosh. What did I do with it? You guys, what did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. Oh well. I got quite a bit of it stitched too. That's crazy. Okay, well, I'll have to find out where that one is. Oh my goodness, I don't know about me sometimes. I probably put it down in one of these other bags. So we'll move on to the next one. Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. I almost have it finished. I was going to tell you that on that one I quit stitching on it because I'd ran out of the thread for her dress, and I was thinking, okay, well, I'll just I'll use the recommended DMC, and then I just couldn't be happy with that, and that was one of the flosses that I was going to purchase when we went to Cedar City, and then they were closed, so I wasn't able to get it. So now I got to order it on 1-2-3 Stitch, because I don't think I'll be happy with not using the variegated instead of just the DMC. I can't believe I don't have this. Oh, it's okay. This will probably be like a 2-part whip parade, because I know there's some other ones that I didn't bring with me downstairs. I can't believe that. Wait, what is this? Nope. All right, so the next one that I have as a whip is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. Let me find a photo of it. And I started this one a while ago. Yeah, so there's several that I didn't bring with me. I should actually run upstairs and just grab those right quick and see if I can find that. Okay, so I didn't write it down when I started it, but this is how far I've got. Not very much, but it's a pretty tree. I actually started this in the center. I usually start at the bottom left, but this one I started in the center because I wanted to make sure. This was probably not too long after I had gotten frustrated with Anton that I had not cut it good, and I was like, I'm going to start this in the center, that way I know that I'm getting it right. There's several patterns in this booklet. This is actually a booklet. There's another heart. My mom, she used to sing that to me. Makes me sad. But there's another one. So it's really cute. That would be a cute fall. Maybe I'll start that in the fall. I gotta get this one done though. So I will be working on that one. This is in my basket of to-do stitches. Hi.
Hey, where are the keys?
On the table. Okay, so I have 2 more, 3 more, and then I didn't bring the other ones with me, so I'll do the rest of my whips in my next video, because I'm feeling like I've talked a lot in this one. The next one that I'm working on is my Heartstrings Samplery, Consider the Lilies. And I think I started this one about the same time that I started Anton. I'd started them both around the same time. And I have come so far. No, I started this one in 2019. So this is by Beth Twist. And there's another one, like a sister companion piece, and Consider the Lilies, and I can't remember the name of the other pattern. Can't remember the name of the other pattern, but there's another one similar to this one that a lot of people are stitching too. And I haven't worked on this one since the last time I showed it, so I only need this little area right here. Oh yeah, I have worked on it since the last time I showed it. It's been a while, but I remember working on it. And I just need to fill in the side over here. It's a mirror, another mirror sampler. And then I can start on the top and get the top done. So I have all of that below the tree done, except for that one little area over here. I just need to finish stitching in here, and then I got all that left to do. And I started this in 2019. That's just ridiculous, but that's okay. I'm taking my time with it. These are all the flosses. I had started with DMC and decided that I would purchase all the called for flosses. So I really need to work on this. And it's going to be a big sampler. What's the size of it? 435 by 363. I think the finish, let's see what the finish size is going to be. Although I found quite a few thrift frames that it would fit in. The finished size. They stitched it on 28 count. I'm stitching it on 40 count, so it won't matter. I could go over, I probably should do that. Go over to cross stitch calculator and see what size that's going to be. Okay, the next one is my new start, and I shared this in my previous video as a whip, and she is called Miss Christmas Eve by Mirabilia. And I have all the floss, all the recommended silks, and all her beads. And I have her in my Christmas cross stitch bag I made. I had this one in my shop a couple years ago, I think. Let me grab her. She's on my frame, so I'll be right back. This is how far I've gotten. So I'm just doing this is on an opalescent that I colored myself, hand dyed myself. I did like pink marbling. Can you see the shiny? I think you can right there. This is how far I did stitch on this a couple of days. Let's see. It's Christmas Eve. I'm not sure how many days I stitched on it, but this is how far I decided I would do all of the green before I went to a different color. And that's a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm excited to get her done. I do have another pattern of Cathedral Woods Goddess in my cart with 1, 2, 3 stitch, because I do plan on stitching her again for my daughter, my eldest daughter. I bought her, so my daughter-in-law, she's a silversmith, and so I purchased a necklace from her to give to my oldest daughter for her birthday. But I think it would be a lot of fun to stitch that Cathedral Woods Goddess for my oldest daughter. She loved it so much, and everybody gave me so much static, and I thought, oh, I'll just give her this one. So I think I'll do better on the next one anyway, so that'll be nice. So another whip that I have is Map of Hockragon Hollow. When my youngest daughter was thinking about going to Idaho University, I forget the name of the university, we went over there just to do a tour and stuff, and so on the way back we stopped at Stitcher's Paradise. Yeah, Stitcher's Paradise, and my husband had picked this one out. He wants me to stitch this for him. And so, let's see, I'm stitching this on 40 count Tombstone, which I also got from Stitcher's Paradise. And this is how far I've gotten. And I really haven't, I actually pulled this out to stitch on it some more a couple weeks ago, but I didn't get I didn't even get I didn't even start stitching on it, and I have all the MPI silks for that. I'd like to get that done. That would be a nice Christmas present. I'd get that done by Christmas. That would be a really, you know, I was thinking about that. I think that's a really good idea. I love the idea of giving my cross stitch as Christmas presents. Planning it out, you know, and stitching it. And then another whip that I have is, I was gonna have this done on this video, for this video, but I didn't. I did get it done. So Carla had sent me this pattern, and it's called Bounding Bunny, and she sent all the a piece of linen, which I'm not sure what linen it is, but I did give it a start. That's how far I've gotten. And I'm gonna make a it came with a little button to go on there. You can see the buttons right here on his neck. And I'm gonna make a needle. I think I'm gonna make a needle. I already have my felt and everything picked out for it, and the little thing to go with the needle holder. So I need to put it in a project bag too. And I'm using, not sure what that color that DMC is. And that's everything that's in this basket. So that's all of it. And okay, I'm gonna try and get this finished. My phone is out of storage. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry the video is just kind of scattered, but hopefully I can clean it up in editing a little bit. But I will be back in a couple of weeks to share the rest of my whips, and I better go before my phone cuts out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, see ya.